Well, guys, I have told you repeatedly that the opening weeks of any season, no matter the sport, is the time you have the advantage in the odds makers. And of course, I always expand that statement by telling you that in college basketball and in the NFL preseason, it's really the first month of play where you have the advantage because there are simply too many games for the handicappers to be aware of, too many teams playing non-conference tilts or appearing in various preseason tournaments for them to get a grasp on. And consequently, it means that you can find soft numbers and numbers to take advantage of. And I certainly think I've proven my point here so far this college basketball season by going 10-2. Another winner last night. Most guys here at the site I see were on Wyoming as the 5.5 point road dog at Colorado. And of course, the Cowboys won that game out. Instead, I looked at that game for the total. And I know I was the only guy here with the total on that one. Easy under for Wyoming and Colorado as those two fell over 15 points shy of coming close to going over the posted price. So again, 10-2 in college basketball. Today, guys, I have found another play that I absolutely love. It's another 15-dime release. As you know, the 15-dime plays, they're big for me because on my rating scale, 5 to 15 dimes, 99% of my plays fall between that 5 and 15 dime scale. Consequently, today I've got another 15 dime play. It's my double-digit destroyer of the year. And this is a particular team that I think is getting absolutely no respect from the odds makers going into this contest, despite playing extremely well this year. I think they're underpriced. In fact, I think they win this game by 13 points. It's my double-digit destroyer of the year. Again, 10-2 already in college basketball this season. This is another 15 dime play. 4-1 so far with these 15-dimers in college basketball. Cashed with a couple of them this week, of course, scoring with Missouri over Villanova on Tuesday night and coming back with another winner with Wichita State over Tulsa on Wednesday. Did suffer, I always tell you the good and the bad, guys, did suffer my very first loss with a 15-dimer in college when Kansas State could not get the job done in double overtime on Thursday against West Virginia. But still, 10-2 in college basketball, 4-1 with those 15-dime releases. These are the same 15-dime plays that I'm on a 28-15 run overall. College and pro football and college basketball, dating back to the start of the NFL preseason back, like August 2nd, and winning 13 of the last 19 along the way. And of course, I come into today having won 23 of the last 33 days overall in all sports combined. Now listen, I've got a couple of free picks coming your way in just a moment. Going to take a look at the Indiana-Kentucky game and Duke-Washington, an early game on the card, going at noon Eastern time at Madison Square Garden in New York. Also have a 20% money-saving discount coupon. This is a great coupon, guys. If you're looking to make a long-term commitment or a long-term package purchase from any particular handicapper, you could save hundreds of dollars using that coupon today. That'll save you 20% off your total price. I will get that to you in just a moment as well. Plus, want to talk a little fantasy football, too. But quickly, want to mention a couple of other handicappers. Today there is just one college football game. It is Army-Navy. Most of the guys, I have to be honest with you, have skipped the game here on today's card. It's their prerogative. They get to choose whatever the hell they want to. A win is a win, no matter the sport. One guy, however, is all in on Army-Navy today. It's Anthony Redd, 100-dime college football winner, number 8 out of 12 over the past 2 years. Army-Navy, plus a 50-dime play on the first half of that game as well. 48-35 lifetime with 75 dime plays, and this play is stronger, so he's got the side for the game, a 100-dimer. The side for the first half, a 50-dimer. He is all in on Army-Navy today. Scott Delaney, who is in college basketball, 17-6 so far this season, has his best bet winner, number 9 out of 12. It is his biggest release so far this college season. 60-dime dog of the year. He feels this puppy has the chance to win this game outright. As you know, $10 bettors following Scott's advice going back to March have won $9,554. Bob Valentino, third ever 75-dime college football play of his career on UNLV in Wisconsin. It goes at 2 o'clock Eastern time, just as strong as the 75-dime college football winner last Saturday. Remember, Clemson hammering Virginia Tech in the ACC championship game, the dog winning that one 38-10 outright. So that's what he's got going today, and it's just twice as strong as his 30-dime winner on the Browns on Thursday night. And finally, Jeff Benton, 11-0-1 in college basketball this season. Another guy who's come out of the block strong. strong. Jeff, biggest college basketball release so far this season, a 40-dime play, Ohio State and Kansas. 19-5 run with 20 dimers, and of course this play is twice as strong. Now, listen, guys, fantasy football. As you know, every single week I've been talking about the contests that we've been running in conjunction with DraftStreet.com. You can click on the ads here on the site and enter the contest for free. $300 of my money at stake, and it's a free entry into the contest. The top 7 finish in the money at DraftStreet.com. This is instant gratification. This isn't like the old-fashioned rotisserie and fantasy leagues where you had to wait till February to divvy up the money. No, this will be determined right after the Monday night game, which we'll all snooze through between Seattle and St. Louis. They're probably taking applications in St. Louis to play quarterback if you're interested. Again, $300 of my money at stake. And the top 7 finish in the money. You've got until 1 o'clock Eastern time to enter, so it takes like 5 minutes to put together your team to draft it. Check it out, draftstreet.com. You lose my last name, DeMarco, and that gets you free entry into the contest. If you played it before, you can play it again, guys. Try to beat me out of my money. It's over on draftstreet.com. Click on the ads here on the site. Listen, your money-saving discount coupon code. I thought about the Army-Navy game. You know, years and years ago, I mean, as a little kid, I remember this was the game that they used to talk about on this late Saturday in December in college football. Of course, it doesn't have the national appeal in one regard as being a great game between great teams, but the fact is that it doesn't matter if these are two great teams. This is a game that is steeped in tradition more so than any other in college football. When you're talking about a rivalry, this is it. So I thought about the coupon code today, and I went with Tradition 20. Tradition 20. Now, I know that's a lot of letters to spell, so it's Tradition, Tradition, and the number 20, no space between the name and the number. Put it all in together, and you will save 20% off your total purchase price. And again, with this type of coupon, it's different than when I give you a $20 off coupon, okay, that you can use randomly. No, this is everything in your shopping cart at one time. So, let's say you want to get Scott Delaney's biggest college basketball play of the year, but then later you come to the site and you want to get Jeff Benton's biggest college play on Ohio State and Kansas, you can't do that. You have to put everything in your shopping cart at one single time, where it really saves you the money. Like, you know, for example, if you're just buying a selection today, Anthony Redd, you can save $15 off his play. But let's say you want to make a commitment to Scott Delaney, who has won his customers nearly $10,000 since March. Well, you know, if you were to buy like 100 days of a service, you would save today $179 off the purchase price. Again, it's 20% off your total purchase. You have to put everything in the shopping cart at one time. Tradition 20, put it all together, and that will save you 20%. Now, let's get to your free picks. First, let me look at the late game between Indiana and Kentucky. You know, I've used the Hoosiers quite a bit this season, and I'm going to use them today as the home dog against Kentucky, a Kentucky team that really is playing its first true road game this year on an enemy floor, because remember, when Kentucky beat Kansas, that was at the neutral court at Madison Square Garden, right? I like the Hoosiers here. I think that Tom Crean has finally put together a good team here. A young, talented team, of course, have one of the preseason players of the year as a freshman in Cody Zeller. So I'm going to go with them in this particular contest as well as the home dog. Listen, I was on them when they won at NC State 86-75 as the road dog, and they did not suffer a letdown from this game or get caught looking ahead to that a letdown from the NC State win, or get caught looking ahead to today's game, because they hammered Stetson 84-50, and that's what you're supposed to do against Stetson. Okay, all you Stetson alums, let me hear go ahead, send in the emails of abuse. Anyway, Indiana is the first pick. The other play I'm going to go with is going to be Duke, minus the number at Madison Square Garden against Washington. Listen, I don't care that Washington just played Tuesday night and lost at the Garden against Marquette. It is still a 9 o'clock tip-off time if you're a West Coast team. It goes at noon Eastern time on the East Coast. That means at 9 a.m. in the morning you're playing. I don't care that you've been traveling for the past week. Your biological clocks aren't reset for this game. And Duke, I rode them as a free pick a couple of nights ago when they hammered Colorado State. You know, people got off the Blue Devils bandwagon when they got crushed at Ohio State. But as I pointed out when taking them against Colorado State a couple of nights ago at home, you know, that was a Duke team against Ohio State playing in Columbus last week that was playing its fourth game in 9 days. It was a tired team. You know, Duke has traveled everywhere. Went to Maui, went to the Garden already once this season. Washington, you know, and as far as Duke, this is our only road game in 4 games this month, a rather easy month after playing 8 times in November. I like Duke. I think they have too much offensive firepower in this particular contest. They've won 12 of their last 14 games outright at the Garden. You know, the Pac-10 versus top 25 AP-ranked teams this year, 0-9 straight up. Meanwhile, Washington has lost 10 consecutive games against ranked non-conference foes since 2006. So in the CarQuest Auto Parts Classic, we will go with Duke minus the points. Good luck, everybody, and I'll catch you again on Sunday.